Yeah, man, it's Worldwide Sounds Records own DJ Chase, man. We got the talented, the smiley, the bubbly Durgaveli in the building with Shake Mama.
Hey, what's going on? Thank you for having me. Thank you. I'm so excited. How you doing?
I'm all right, all right. You know, I had to do some running around real quick, so just chilling. It's cold out there. How you staying warm?
Then, yep, I'm staying inside.
Where, man. First of all, you're one of the dopest female. Right now, you're the dopest MC right now to me. These are my things because like I was going through the catalog. I'm like, nah, she got some heat. You know what I'm saying? You got some heat.
Oh, that makes me feel so good.
And one of the things I wrote in my notes for you is like what I liked about your catalog. You don't have that many songs out, but you show love to the men. That's one thing I like about your music. You actually show love. I'm listening. I'm like, you don't bash the fellas, none of that stuff. You actually like show love to the men, like.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I like to write from experiences, and I know that it's both sides of the spectrum. You can't always sit there and blame the man. Sometimes you do have to take responsibilities for the things that you do. So I work on both angles. I see what happens, and I create these songs, and it's based off experience. So sometimes I'm not an angel. You got to take responsibility for the things that you do.
Nah, I understand. So first and foremost, you haven't been rapping that long. What inspired you to be a rapper? Like, what made you want to be a rapper?
Well, honestly, I've always done music. I've done music since I was in elementary school. I used to be in choir. Then from there, because I can't sing, I realized that at a very young age, I started doing talent shows, and I just started rapping at all of them. And my father was a musician. My mother was a dancer. So like the arts was always in my family. So, what inspired me was basically just going out there and having enough courage to go out there and do it. Because, I sat on my talent for a really long time, and it took me losing my father to really like light a fire under me to really get me to go out there and do what it is that I want to do, actually live my passion.
Yeah, my condolences on that. And, with that being said, I'm very sure that kind of lit something under you and motivated you. You have a big Instagram following. You have a big social media following very fast. Are you looking to be signed, or you want to be independent?
That's a good question. If the offer's right, to be honest with you, I'm very smart. I just don't want to get caught up in the politics of the music industry and get, I'm creative. I want to make sure I have creative rights and everything. If we're talking big dollars, might be considered. They got to be really big though, because you get me, like my independence as an artist is very important. And also like what I came into this industry to do, and like my music is a message. I don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I lost you first. I don't want to lose that in having to sign a contract and giving my creative rights over.
Okay. And what obstacles have you faced thus far being a female hip hop artist?
Honestly, when I first started, it was difficult to find the right engineer or studio that wasn't looking for more than just a female vocalist or a female rapper. You get me? Because they would be like, yeah, come to my studio. And you pull up to the studio, they got the lights dim, they got bottles out. Hey, get comfortable, bring your girls. No.
Well, listen, you a fox, so they wanna.
Yeah, but I'm a little crazy too.
They don't know that. Listen, so okay, now we know you from Brooklyn by way of Queens or Brooklyn all day. Which one is it?
I was born and raised in Brooklyn, and I moved to Queens, so it's like back and forth. My family lived in Brooklyn and Queens.
Well,
hard to choose.
Okay, and with that being said, now you're a big fan of Max B because I hear it in your music a lot. I hear that shout out, Ian, even your name.
Yep, even my name.
And how to pronounce your name correctly?
Durgaveli.
Durgaveli, right? Okay. Now, as I say, you with the Max B, right? You also incorporate a lot of Spanish in your music as well. Do you do that on purpose? Like with your harmonies and your melodies, you incorporate the singing?
I kind of talk like that. So, you know, the little bit of words here and there. And you get me? It what sets me aside from everybody else. You get me? I get to incorporate my little bit of Spanish and, you know, speak English. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I fluently speak Spanish 100%. You get me? But I could get myself from point A to point B and not get lost.
Nah, that's good. That's good. And you know, I want to ask this. Do you feel like, you know, in the industry, because the industry people are stupid. To me, they're stupid. Industry people are dumb. Do you feel like you sometimes might get compared to like a Cardi B or sometime? Because y'all kind of in the same way a little bit, not too much, but.
Honestly, I've never gotten compared to her. I've gotten compared to other female rappers, not her. I've Kim before. I've gotten Remy. But I've even gotten Biggie. I've never gotten Cardi.
And do you feel like you should have to compromise yourself image-wise to be compared to like a Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B to succeed? Do you feel like that?
No.
No?
Absolutely not. Like, ladies is in right now. Us thick ladies is winning. You get me? And you get me? I'm not trying to fit in a box nor conform what it is that who I am or what I'm being.
Yeah.
Get me? I am. Y'all gonna like it or love it.
They love it. I just want to tell you that. You know they do. And you performed in Puerto Rico, right? How was that?
Well, I didn't perform in Puerto Rico, but I did. We did record tracks out there. We recorded La Perla and Back Outside in Puerto Rico. Back Outside was kind of already written. It was just a matter of recording it. We had some time while we were out there. So we recorded Back Outside and La Perla while we were out there. It was really dope. It was amazing.
Congrats on that. Big congrats on that. And you know, no, COVID been taking away the performing. Where's your favorite place to perform?
Honestly, Word Up Cafe.
Word.
It's a huge stage. It's not anything big, but it's like home base for me. And you get me? I built my following from that location. This is like a home base for me. I go there, I test my new songs out. It's my personal favorite. It's just an amazing space. Big shout out to Miss Sharon. Make sure that y'all go check out Word Up Cafe. It's located on Pennsylvania Avenue in Brooklyn. It's a really dope location.
Nice. And you know, I gotta ask this. Who are you feeling right now? Who's your favorite female artist out right now? Besides yourself.
Very good. No. To be honest, I listen to a lot of myself. If I'm gonna say that there's another female artist that I'll listen to, I'm gonna say Merce the Big Body Benz. She's fire.
I know her.
Right? She's everything. I love her to death. Other artists, Jade Goddess. She's a part of Fresh Mind, which is also a team that I'm affiliated with. As far as female artists, I haven't really been tuned in too much.
You only yourself, right?
No, because you know what it is that I'm working on a lot in music.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like to listen to too much outside sources because then like you start referencing them and then it's like, oh, you stole my song. No. And you know, I don't want to do like Jay-Z. I took your hot line, I made it a hot song. You get me? I don't want to do that to these chicks out here because I can if I wanted to, but
it's all good. It's all good. And you know, you have such a you know how to market. That's one of your good qualities. Did you learn that from somewhere? How to market and promote yourself?
Probably my dad. Just my dad. My dad was a hustler.
Yeah.
So I'm a hustler in return.
Okay. And you know, you being because this week's been Ladies Week. Are you planning on maybe because I kind of sense it. Are you planning on starting your own label sometime soon?
You sense that?
Yes, I do.
I've been working really, really hard. And to be honest with you, I was talking to my business partner today. Big shout out to City the King in regards to the next step that we're about to take with this new single. And, you know, it might be something that we're considering. You know, we're going to see how this run goes with this new single. We're taking a different approach to things, you know, stepping on a bigger platform. So we're going to see what we can actually come up with because it's everything is learning lessons in this industry.
Yeah. And I respect you. Trust me, I'm a big fan. Now, I didn't get into it yet. We're going to go back into it. Main Side Nigga, which is my favorite song. So we're going to get back to that. Not yet.
All right.
Now, Back Outside featuring City the King. I'm a producer. So first and foremost, I gotta ask who produced that?
City the King.
There you go. And what inspired that record?
He came to me with the beat, and we were listening to it for about 5 minutes, and we were just going back and forth. You know, me and City hang out a lot, and we were just going back and forth saying things, and I was like, yo, we back outside soon. And we just started going back and forth and created the hook, and we just went for it because we've been inside for so long. Yeah. It's like time to go back outside. So we had the record playing. I wrote my verse, then he wrote his verse, and we had Back Outside.
Yeah. And a lot of your records, to me, like one of my favorite things that I said in the beginning when we first got on, I said, you know, you are dope to me because you don't bash men in all your records. You actually talk. They're very storytelling records. Like you tell stories in your music, and like uplifting men in music. Is that something that like comes from your dad passing?
Like I said, I just feel like us as women, we also need to take responsibility in some of the things that we do. So for me to bash a man knowing that I actually did bad too, what's the point? Yeah. Let's do bad together. Let's be toxic together, baby. Like
no, listen. You need to be You need a healthy relationship.
No, healthy relationships are definitely what you need. But what I'm saying is, if you meet somebody and the both of you are willing to acknowledge what that you have, you guys can meet each other halfway. You'll be able to build a relationship and a foundation that's strong enough because it's like you guys acknowledge where you guys fall at, you know?
Yeah. Now, my favorite cut is Main Side Nigga besides Karma. Now, Main Side Nigga, right? Is that a real story? Like,
yes. It absolutely is.
Okay, do you care to elaborate more on what does Main Side Nigga mean?
All right, so it's MSN, the term main side nigga. So it's basically like you get into a relationship and you always have that one particular person that's always there by your side no matter what it is that you do. You get me? You don't have to necessarily be intimate with that person, but that person always has your back. It could be 10 years later, you could be in 8 relationships, 3 different, you get me? You can have your time apart, but that particular person is always going to be there for you. And it's normally a male. It's also so normally a male. And y'all kind of have like this little relationship. It happens.
Listen, that sounds like a lot. Like that main side nigga sounds like a lot.
Sometimes it could just turn into being a friend too. My mother always told me, be careful of the shoulder that you cry on, because that might be the person that you wake up to the next day.
Listen, young lady, you can't be having a main side nigga, son.
Well, I moved on from that. That was back in my younger days.
Thank you.
That was back in my younger days. I wrote that song a long time ago.
Nah, it's one of my favorites though. That Karma's dope too. I like the beat on Karma. You know, because you was actually spitting on Karma. That was my joint. Like Karma was hot. Like
coming out soon too.
Yeah. So you have that's my next question. Do you have a full project coming out?
Yes, I am working on a project. I'm not gonna speak on it right now because we're actually in works of speaking on what it is that we're doing, but there is a project that is in the works. I'm super excited about that. And Karma Part 2 is coming out, and then we also have Back Outside that's coming out.
All right. And before we get out of here, I have to ask this because my show is dedicated to educating artists, and it's dedicated to showcasing artists. And one of the things, like, you have a big social media following. Do you have any advice for any female artists or any young lady that wants to be like you, Durgaveli? Like, what's your advice to, get to that fame level?
Don't sell your soul, and don't be out here naked just because it's what's in. You get me? Always be yourself. Stay true to yourself. Follow your passion. Be consistent. That's the main thing I can tell somebody. Be consistent. Be consistent in your passion. Be consistent in what it is that you do. Be consistent in being your brand. That is so important, because with you doing those things, you'll be able to get to the next platform. You don't have to sit there and show your ass and be what society wants you to, what society says. You get me? It might be a little harder. It might be a little bit more work, but then that really means that you're gonna really showcase your talents.
Y'all heard it first, man. Durgaveli, give all your social medias, because everybody has been hitting me up like, yo, you interviewing her? I'm like, yes, I got her on my show finally. So give your social media.
All right, guys. So you guys can follow me on Instagram and also Facebook under Durgaveli. That's Durgaveli right here. You see it, Durgaveli on Instagram, Durgaveli on Facebook. You can also Google me. My website is up, www.durgaveli.com. Make sure that you guys check out. Well, I'm putting the promo up February 27th. We're showing the back outside video. We're about to do a pre-sale on some hoodies, so look out for that. We're actually making them right now. Yes,
you got one for me?
Now. Yes, just send me your size and let me know what it is that you need. We're working on them right now. They're the pre-sale hoodies. They're super dope. Like when I sit here and I tell you I got hands on my music, hands on everything that I do, I'm working.
Well, take it from me. I'm very proud of you. When I met you at the album release, it was like dark and it was late, and I was just like, I was so out of it that day because I came from something else. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. I got to get on my show.
I definitely appreciate you coming out to the video release party. That was definitely big. Thank you. That was super dope. Out.
Of course, Mama. Thank you so much. I know you got to get back to work, so thank you, man. It's DJ Chase, Worldwide Sounds Records, DJ Chase, the Pregame Party Mix podcast on 17 podcast networks, on that YouTube, DJ Chase TV, on that Anchor app, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. Let's go.
Hey.
Thank you.